Hi, this is Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and today I wanted to share with you a flip through of my December Simple Dori Traveler's Notebook. So this one is really fat, but that's okay. There's a lot that I put in this one. So it's not going to lay flat, and I actually had to tie a string around it because I was working on it and adding so much into it, it kind of came apart, but that's okay. I thought the string turned out kind of cute. It looks like a little gift tag on the outside. So this is our Simple Dori, and the name kind of tells you what it is. It comes with a lot of the patterns already printed on the pages, makes it super simple and super easy to get an entire month of memories recorded. I'm absolutely in love with this system at how quick it comes together for me every month. It doesn't feel like a chore trying to get it done, trying to get everything down. I'm really enjoying it. And we have a new kit called the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. So that comes with the notebook and then all of the pieces that you would need to create a book or a notebook for the whole month. And it also comes with an instruction sheet that will kind of jumpstart you for the month. It will have 2 examples from me kind of step by step, so that kind of helps you kind of dive in and get started. But that Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit started with our January kit. So we did not have the kit yet for December, we just had the booklet. So you're gonna see in this kind of bits and pieces from all of the December Cocoa Daisy kits. But anyway, so here's the front, and I just added one of our die cut little vellum snowflakes with little North Pole die cut. And I kind of wanted to, if you follow along with Allie Edwards and you do like a December daily, I wanted to kind of do that interpretation kind of loosely. So you'll see some of these are dated. They're by no means in any order, the dates, but to me that I don't have a problem with that at all because I like to jump around and use whatever pattern works with whatever picture. But I really enjoyed, we had a stamp set we had a Christmas planner kit, and it had this wonderful stamp set that had circles, and then it had items that you could stamp that would fit within the circles. So you can see I added a circle tab on just about every single page. So I have my little label here on the first page, and that's just my December memories. And then I have a full kind of, as I've mentioned before in some of my other, where I've gone through these Simple Doris, I have kind of a go-to layout, and that's the full page photo with and then something on the other page, whether it's a pattern with a small title, or on this one I added a large tag. I created a large tag, kind of layered some die cuts, and then added actually added most of my journaling as I went this time, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Didn't leave it till the end. And the other thing I did this month is a lot of different items that I added some stitching to, and I like the little bit of texture that it added. And then this one, we had a stamp set that had the word winter. What I did is I stamped it kind of in an ombre effect from light to dark on there. I thought that created kind of a neat background for the picture. Added a tag with a die cut, and then again some more of that stitching. And then this one, there was a pattern paper we had that said Mary repeated on the pattern. I kind of fussy cut around that and kind of put that on there, kind of layered them, and then added the little label. And so you'll see those little circle tabs that I kind of put everywhere. And as you can tell, so this was the 3rd, this was the 25th. I by no means did these in any date order whatsoever. And then I added this one, and it had the pattern along the top. So I just kind of created 2 little banner effects, so I was able to get 3 pictures on that spread. And then this was a fun one. so I have this cute little picture of Zach when I took him out and took him out to dinner. And so at the top, the circles, the hungry is on top, but when you get down toward the bottom, then I switched it and did full. So it's just a subtle little thing, but it's kind of fun. And it kind of draws your eye through the whole layout, which I liked. Some more of that stitching. And I think the reason I did actually get my journaling done is I found this great font that I thought looked like handwriting. So I'm like, that'll work. I'll do that instead of my own horrible handwriting. A couple little label die cuts, and then this one I just stamped the title. I have a nice bold alpha stamp set. So I did new toy for blue, and I didn't want it to be an overpowering title, so it's in a real pale color. But I like the linear feel of that. And then I just cut out a few stars from the pattern paper. This one was fun. I have another alpha set that's a little bit smaller, and what I did is I had kind of a plain cream paper that I just stamped a bunch of words that work with a birthday theme, because this was about a birthday dinner. And so that created my background. Layered the photo over it, a couple other pieces of pattern paper, a little bit of stitching on there, and there's some stitching on this one. And adhered that stuff to the page. And again, another full photo, a couple little label stickers, labels, die cuts, and then a little coffee cup die cut. And then what was fun is on one of the stamp sets, there's this teeny tiny little coffee mug, and I stamped that in that circle. I don't know if you can see that. And then I actually used some StazOn ink and stamped directly on my photograph. So that's another technique you can do. And so I talked about this stamp set that had the circles. Another fun thing you could do is you could stamp the circle, and then you could punch out of pattern paper a slightly smaller circle to fit inside. So instead of stamping inside, you add that bit of color and pattern paper, or pattern, using the pattern paper to that page. So I really love how that one turned out. Lots of tags. You always see me use a lot of tags. And this was kind of fun. I had this pattern paper, and it was just these stars, and I thought it would be fun to almost put like a real tiny title in there. So I ran this through the printer, and I fit that title right in the one star, and then I used a little bit of yellow chalk, and then I filled in just the one star. So that was kind of a fun technique. Just a little bit of washi strips on here, and just a few little strips of pattern paper just kind of tucked in there and made a couple of layers. And then a small photo, a couple of die cuts, and then this one I added my journaling on a larger kind of label die cut. But then I took a bunch of pattern paper strips and I adhered them together and then sewed them all before I adhered them to this page. So it gives a lot of great texture and a lot of layers. Didn't add a whole lot of bulk. And then I just kind of tucked in a couple little die cuts there. This was just a few strips of pattern paper, and then journaling. And then another one of the large photographs. I loved this, this red pattern that was in the notebook, and it went just perfectly with my picture of my little gnome there. This was just a sticker. This was a plain circle die cut. I kind of fussy cut around the sticker and added that to the middle. And then this, if you watched my November video, I talked about how I had a page that was just the lined page, and I was just going to do highlights, like not necessarily things that I wanted to do a full layout for, but that I wanted to just kind of remember. I mean, the whole purpose of having it is to remember those moments from the month. And so what I did is I just stamped there's kind of a lighter colored, used one I did it kind of in a gray, and then I did a lighter blue, kind of this swoosh in the background, and then I stamped the dates over top, and then I just wrote just wrote out just some notes about those days. So that was just kind of a fun way to get even more in here to write it down and remember it. I added a few pictures that kind of went with these, and then yeah, so that covers a lot of things that maybe you didn't have a whole page for, or you didn't necessarily have a picture for, but you still wanted to remember. And then on this page, it's just the New Year's Eve. So I have the picture in a die cut, some more of these pretty vellum snowflakes. There we go. I have those on there. And then something else that you can do is the pages, you can, if you wanted to really layer them, you could cut them down. You could cut them into a square so that other parts are peeking through from the other page. This, I took a border punch and just border punched along the edge. So I thought that was fun. Just kind of makes it a little different. Added a piece of patterned paper, die cut, and then just a full picture. And then on the back page, because I had so much, I actually used the back page for a picture. This was our Christmas Eve celebration, is always at my mom's house. And so I had a bunch of pictures. And what I did is I used, there was an adhesive pocket in the, I don't remember if it was the, maybe it was the planner add-on. And I thought that it fits in here perfectly. And then that's a good way to tuck in a bunch of extra pictures if you have them. So I just put that on there. I attached the tag, a few little die cuts, and then, so it's a good way to, if you have a bunch of pictures, to do that with a pocket. You could always make a pocket out of patterned paper as well. So that is my my Simple Dori, my notebook for December, and just kind of a quick little flip through. And then, yeah, the end of next month, I'll show you January. But if there's anything in particular that you would like me to cover or talk about when I'm creating the Simple Dories, please leave a comment below. And thank you so much. And I hope that you're enjoying using these and creating with them as much as I am. Have a good night. Thank you.